Hello everyone. I am coming to you at my usual time for my Facebook video. However, I am not live today. I am at a crafting retreat and I knew I could watch a video, but I didn't think I could make one while I was there. So I am going to just go ahead and do my video and post it at the regular time on Friday. I can't get my camera to do switch from my face to my mat, so you just get talking hands video today. Sorry about that. Just a little business before we get started. The Stampin' Up! Is still having their pattern paper on sale, and it's 15% off select papers, and there's a little bit of everything. There's some nature, and some whales and fish and ocean and leaves and Christmas and plaid and puppies and everything. So that's the current promotion that they have going for customers and demonstrators. So we are going to continue a little bit with what we did last week. Last week we used the Simply Citrus All-Inclusive Kit. It had a little bit of everything, and we made this card and this card last week, and I'll show you those in a minute. I'm going to teach you today how to take one of the card bases and turn it into a simple box. So hang on, here we go. All right, so here's the box. Let me put my catalog in a place where I could use it later if I need to. So here's our Simply Citrus All-Inclusive Kit. There we go. So it comes with all the directions, and like I said, we made two cards last week. We made this one and we made this one. So today I'm going to teach you how to use these supplies and a paper trimmer, and I'm going to use a score tool too. Awesome, but you can do it on a paper trimmer. And I'm going to turn one of these, I think I'm going to turn this one into a little gift giving box. You can use this with any card or any piece of paper, actually, if you have a card base. So let me get this stuff set aside and we'll get started. So I'm going to start off with my trimmer, and I am going to cut this card in half right at the seam or at the score line. So let me see here. I'm just gonna cut it right down the center. And this is our Stampin' Up's trimmer. I'm gonna use this for the top, and I'm gonna use this for my bottom. So I'm gonna trim just a little bit more off this one. I'm gonna take about an, let me see here. I'm just gonna take about 1/8 of an inch off. So I'm gonna go to the first little mark. I don't have to take a lot off, but I do need to take just a little. So I'm just going to go to this first mark right there. I don't know if it's 1/8 or might be an, yeah, it's 1/8. Let's take about 1/8 off. And I'm going to do that. So here, I took about that much off. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other edge. So do one on the horizontal and one on the vertical edge. There you go. So I'm going to set this aside. So you can see that this one is just a little bit smaller than this one, and that way when you put the top on your box, it will fit nice and snug. All right, so here we go. I'm going to get my scoring tool out. You can do it with this blade on the paper trimmer, but I like the scoring board just a little bit more. So I'm going to get that out. And as you know, mine is kind of ratted and tatted and torn. And but we still sell these. So I am going to make a box that has, I think I'm going to go with 3/4 of an inch. You can do it whatever size you want. I think 3/4 of an inch. All right, and so actually I'm going to go with 1 inch. Just because I put my stylus in the wrong place. So I'm just going to turn it around and do 1 inch on all 4 sides. And I'll have a cute little box for gift giving when I'm done. 1 inch. So you can see I scored it all the way around. There you go on the back. And I'm going to do the same thing to the blue. I'm going to do 1 inch and 1 inch all the way around. And like I said, you can do this with the paper trimmer also. But like I said, I like this also for some things. So now we have these 2 pieces of paper. They've both been scored. I'm going to fold them over and I'm going to burnish the edges, which just means make them a little crisper with the bone tool, or the bone folder, excuse me. I'm going to do all of them. And I'm going to do this one. I will be watching along with you when you are watching this during my time. So if you have questions or comments, go ahead and put them in and I will be happy to answer them for you. Remember, if you like, comment, or share, I will be doing a little prize drawing to share some free goodies. Anyway, so we're now going to trim the edges. We're going to trim from here up to the intersection and here up to the intersection. And I'm also going to take just a little wedge out of the outside section, just so it folds a little bit nicer. So there's my little wedge out of those. Now I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to do the same thing on this end. Go back and trim out my little wedge, excuse me. We are having some wonderful, beautiful fall weather. I'm going to trim that just a little bit closer there. Anyway, I hope you are also. So do you see how the box is coming together now? All right. We'll do the same cutting on this piece. I'm going to cut here and make a little, oh, I'm doing my wedge on the wrong side. I just trimmed it a little because I wanted to get that out of there, the fold. So, and trim. We have a 2-way radio and I forgot to turn it down, so I'm sorry if you're hearing the scratching in the background. You might also be hearing the huffing and the puffing of the old dog. She likes to hang out with me everywhere all the time. And it's kind of warm today, so she's really huffing and puffing quite a bit. So there we go. So I've kind of taken a little bit of a notch out of all of them. Normally I would use my tear and tape for this next part, but my tear and tape has decided to take a little walk. So we are going to use something else that works just as well. I've told you about the Stampin' Seal before. That's this one. We've used it on some of our projects. But today, this is called the Stampin' Seal Plus. And it's got a little plus sign on it. And it's a darker color. This is used for stronger projects. This is more like our old Fast Fuse where it holds things just a little bit tighter than the other. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little adhesive. When you first start one, you have to kind of give it a little pull. Anyway, I'm going to put a little adhesive on this one, on this tab, this tab, this tab, and this tab. And then I'm going to close it and line up my edge up here and just give it a little push down. Line up my edge there, give it a little push down there. Same thing here. Just line up the top, push the adhesive together, or the paper together so the adhesive can seal. And there's my box top. We're going to do the same thing on the bottom. A little adhesive. Oh, I pulled it off too fast. There we go. And this adhesive, you don't have to do the little check mark like we used to have to do with the other one. You just are supposed to pull up. And it works well. You can see that it's got little dashes even through it, so it will break easier the line for you. So line up that top and line up the top. Push it up. I didn't push this one together so it doesn't stick. and then do this edge. And this edge. So there we have it. We have a little box, and you can see they go together. I might have taken a little too much off, but it works very nicely. You can do these. I could have made this, like I said, 3/4 of an inch. I could have made it larger. You can start with larger sizes. So sticking with the kit, if we wanted this to go with, we could actually make a card to go with it, with this. But I think what we'll do is we will, this came with a Stampin' Spot and an acrylic block and some stamps. And the stamps are just a note. We won't use that. Thanks for being you and way to go. I think we'll use thanks for being you and use this as a little thank you gift for someone. So we have that. We're going to pick that up. And I have, let's see what else we want to use. This kit had so many different elements, different little things in here. And we can use any of them because they send extras. Maybe this. Or this. I will use that. Okay. And then maybe we will use just one of these little chevron-y things. Or parallelogram. Yeah, that's it. Parallelogram. We have that. And I know there was twine that came with it also. I'm not seeing it right now. But we can use any twine we have. And I do have some twine. So we're going to set that aside. We are going to get our mat and we're going to ink up the thanks for being you. Oh, well, I didn't do that very well. That's not going to fit. Silly me. So go ahead and go back to this one. I knew I needed to pick this one for a reason. Go back and pick this one up. And that will fit, as you can see. There we go. So we haven't inked this one up yet, so I open mine and I leave mine hinged. And then, oh, the old dog is snoring now. You can take the ink to the stamp, or you can take the stamp to the ink. I like to drag it across to get rid of any film on my first one. So you could take this way, or with these little guys, I just find it's easier just to take the ink to the stamp. Get it all inked up. You can do a test one. Oh, that looks better. Looks so nice. I like that font. And it's ready to go. So we're going to put this down. Might flip that over in case any of that ink is a little damp still. And we're going to line it up as best we can without getting my head in the camera. And center it. There we go. Not bad at all. So there's that. We're going to set this aside so we can clean it up later. And here we go. I do need my twine. Or twine of some sort. I know I had it. It's one of those things that you move and you lose. So I have some twine. I have some white twine or some other color. Nope, I have white. I think that. So where was I? My phone rang and the video stopped, and then I had to run an errand, and so I'm back to finish our little box. So we have the white twine, we have the label, and we have the little parallelogram. And let's see here. That'll be all right. We'll put it behind this. Should we do it at an angle or straight across? I actually kind of like the angle look. Okay, so actually we're going to put this on. I'm just going to use the regular Stampin' Seal. Oh, doesn't come right away. You just have to roll it with your finger. And then it rolls just nicely. All right, and I liked it the other way. So get it on there. How's that? Oh, I like that. All right, now I'm going to take some twine. Oh, let's see here. This is about 18 inches. So, you know what? We're not going to measure it right now. We'll just wrap it around. So there's some to tie. We'll go around the box twice. My guess is it'd be about 25 inches. But that's just a guess. If you need me to take it off and measure it, let me know. Otherwise, you just do it as you can. And there is twine that comes with this kit. If you're doing it from this kit, I just don't know where that twine happened to disappear to. And I've got to be packed and out the door here shortly, so I'm not going to restart the video from the beginning, because who knows who would call next or what would happen next. See, I got a little black on my hand from something. I'm going to trim that up, and then I want it so that this can come off. So I'm going to strategically place I'm going to use some dimensionals, and there's some that came in the kit, and they are right here. So I'm going to put one on this side and one on this side. Take the papers off. Then I can rethread the string through if I want to or need to, or whoever gets this little present with whatever they want to do. So there you go. So there is my little box, and my little label's kind of crooked. We'll get it better. We can move it a little bit. The dimensionals are kind of forgiving. They stick well, but if you don't push them down real hard, then usually you can kind of salvage them a little bit. So thanks for being you. That will be a cute little gift. Oh, I know what else we can do. We could do some of these cute little flowers on there. Even if we just did one. We'll just go for one this time. And thanks for being you. I know there's a sheet of adhesive, dots in the kit, and I'm not finding them. Oh, wouldn't you know? It's been that kind of day, all day long. So I guess we're just going to make a little adhesive dot. We will take one of these little things off of the stamp and seal with something sharp and pointy. There we go. See, I got one. Not the optimal thing to do, but you know what? It works. I'm going to put it on the back of my little flower. Kind of smush it on. And then we're going to put thanks for being you. We'll put a little flower right there. And we're going to call it good. So there you have it. There is our finished box to go with our two little cards that we made last week. And that's just a little something extra you can do with the kit if you are so interested. So thanks for joining me. Oh, I guess that card's crooked. And I hope to see you again next week. Bye-bye.